Hola, gracias por visitar el canal. Solo hablo un poco de español, pero si soy elegido, espero que estos videos sean traducidos y que la Asociación de Propietarios comience a enviar las comunicaciones en español y inglés para que estén informados. Howdy, howdy, lads, MBs, and lasses. It's an election year, and I'm running to serve on the residential HOA board. I've been on and off of the board for 6 years, about serving as director, secretary, and currently as vice president. I'm hoping to earn your vote come September, as there's still much left to do when it comes to new campaign promises and a few old ones. First, I want to highlight my sincere commitment to Harris Branch and all of its many neighborhoods. I bought my home in 2012 with the intention of retiring it, as I tell many people, dying in it.
Well, that is serious.
I have no summer homes or any other place to run to when things get too hot. I'm here and plan to stay here. So much so that I moved my folks down a couple years ago to better help take care of them and spend as much time with them as I can to Harris Branch.
He loves his family.
I'm known on my block for being the person who meets and greets new folks with a 6-pack of Freshies and crispy beers, and for running a local server for all of us to communicate on easily for things like borrowing tools, babysitting, dog sitting, and help with home projects. Some of the things I organized are trash pickups, creek cleanups, massive tree plantings. I think to date I'm at over 6,000 saplings and trees as of last count. Lost pet returns, wildlife relocation, storm checkups, i.e. we go around checking on folks for power and water and food distribution if it's needed, among providing easily, I hope, understandable HOA analysis here on my personal channel.
Hey, Warren, who is this guy?
Many of the projects I have led and seen to completion are focused on environmental resilience, safety, and home ownership education. You can see my projects in the Gilliland Creek, St. Marion Greenbelt, the St. Marion Green Wall, the dog park, and the next one will be over in Sterling Bridge in another protected no-mow zone. These projects are valued by tree folks in the city of Austin at over $100K and cost us nothing. I'm a staunch believer in returning rights to us homeowners. That way we can decide what we want to do with our properties and our shared spaces. I've advocated on the city and state level for bills that would give more choice back to homeowners and led campaigns to get street safety, traffic calming devices, bike lanes, and street leveling addressed in our ever more busy neighborhoods. Fiscally responsible investments in the neighborhoods are another part of the legacy I want to share. This includes the community center construction, the pool remodel, tennis court resurface, pickleball courts, full gym remodel, and of course the Green Wall project on St. Marion. And if you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, now that it's a little bit more established, definitely worth the walk down that road to see how well it's doing. Now, the Green Wall project, I'm going to spend a little time on here. It's an item that my critics will most certainly harp on. It was proposed in the first place due to the condition of fences along St. Marion. It came into discussion with the proposed options of sending notices and violations to those homeowners, or the HOA could take ownership, taking homeowners' property away, which would be a never-ending cost and set a precedent throughout the entire community. I came up with an alternative. I worked with the full board instead to do the Green Wall. This way, we had a one-time upfront investment without antagonizing homeowners with fines, and we avoided the never-ending cost of spending money on palisade fences to be constantly maintained and replaced. The project, per Goodwin's own words, was the only board member-led project that was followed to the T and adhered to the proper channels for execution.
No notes.
Another major savings I, with the majority of the board, accomplished was the return to our old landscapers, Sunscapes, after a horrible run with Urban Dirt, and them proposing to increase our landscaping bill from circa $180,000 to a little over $200,000. We were able to return to Sunscapes and get many of the misses by Urban Dirt addressed at a cost of only $157,000. That is a yearly savings. As a member of the dog park committee, I listened to the major complaints regarding shade and the ability of large dogs to get between the big dog park and the little dog park under the fences. I procured a $10,000 tree planting free of charge from Urban Dirt. They messed up one of our no-mow zones to address the shade issues. We were able to move old railroad ties that were found in one of the creeks that the HOA manages to the park and place them under the fence to prevent large dogs from getting into the small dog park. Hopefully over the next couple of years, those trees will survive, give shade, shore up their erosion issues, and make it an enjoyable park for those with fur babies to use for years to come. Listening to what homeowners want and or need is key for representing you.
They want to hear from you.
I put together the survey that went out asking this very thing. Of those items, we addressed the gym, community events, even met a few of you at the initial meet and greets at ABW, and the walking trails. I do plan to lead more pinpointed survey asking each neighborhood what it is they want to see in their respective areas, so that way we can action those as well. Over my time on the board, I've always voted no to increasing dues and have sought to cut spending in other areas that were unnecessary. The lifeguard cancellation and moving the pool to a swim at your own risk is a great example of this. We saved close to $90,000 a year by canceling that contract, and we were able to open the pool for longer hours.
Oh boy, swim parties, barbecues, water polo.
I've also led the charge on reducing fines to completely stopping them when it comes to dead grass and waterwise landscapes, ensuring that we are in line with the City of Austin watershed's water conservation guidelines and promoting prettier landscapes, making our morning and evening strolls much more enjoyable. Another major win for us during my last term has been after joining the Safety and Emergency Committee and listening to the local fire marshal for Firewise Homes, was authoring and getting the majority board approval for metal roofs. So now we can all save money, not having to constantly replace asphalt ones after every hailstorm, and also sleep a little better if a firework lands on our roof as it's no longer combustible. The things I wish to continue driving is the leveling, fixing of our sidewalks, completing the sidewalks that lead to nowhere, installing more trees for shade along our paths, working with other members on community parks, gardens, bike lanes, leveling, resurfacing of our roads, and, of course, the reduction of our bylaws 67% rule in order to better address the encroaching issues with large firms coming in the neighborhood and buying up homes. Keep in mind that each time a home is purchased, that equals one vote for whoever owns that home. So that's something to be very cognizant of as we move into this future where private equity firms are buying out homes in our neighborhoods. That reduction in the bylaw rule will also make it easier for homeowners to vote on changes they would like to see without waiting for the state to overrule the current ones. As for my credentials, I'm an Eagle Scout, college graduate. I've been an escalation manager for over 12 years now at a Fortune 50 company. I'm a former AFJ-RTC officer and a proud big of 5 years with Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Feel free to bounce around and check out some of my other videos to get a better feel for who I am and what I stand for. If you have any questions or asks, put them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them in a timely manner. Lastly, the election should have an online voting option. I highly recommend this over mail-in and will post a link here once it's available. To those who have supported me over the years, thank you very much. It has made the volunteer role rewarding and in its wildest times bearable. Truly, thank you so much. As a final note, whether I can earn your vote in return for another term or if this round isn't in the cards for me, be sure to hit subscribe because the HOA update videos with my personal analysis will still be coming out after each meeting. Y'all stay safe out there. Take care. Bye.